G4TV has been a hilarious failure. Their revival went good for only a few weeks before Frosk obliterated any good reputation they had, cost them thousands of followers, and they never recovered from that situation. And we've seen many hosts leave the network, even Blair Herter, the vice president, leave, but now the president of only a year has ditched this network, and G4 has decided to finally hide the unhinged Frosk rant the same day that this president left. I have a bunch of things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So we are going to be talking about the fact that they hid the unhinged Frosk rant, but first I wanted to talk about the president exiting. It says Aarons, who had previously held senior level positions at Warner Brothers and Electronic Arts, left her G4 post in July, multiple insiders have confirmed to Deadline. Her departure came less than a year after her arrival was announced, and the exact circumstances remain unclear. Now, I'm sure we're never going to get the exact reason why she decided to leave. We can only speculate, but it's pretty easy to see that G4 is failing, okay? They are getting no views on social media. They're not gaining followers or subscribers. They're not holding Twitch viewers. They just unfortunately revived themselves just to kill themselves, because after that Frosk rant happened, they lost thousands of dedicated fans who said, you know what, if you're going to insult me, I am going to leave. I'm not going to support you anymore. And they just never recovered from that. Okay, so Joe Marsh. Joe Marsh, an executive with extensive gaming-related experience at Comcast Spectre, is expecting his role to encompass many of Aaron's former duties, according to a person familiar with the transition. The current iteration of G4 is smaller and less focused on traditional linear TV than was its predecessor. It has announced a programming slate including a revived version of the original G4 mainstays, Attack of the Show and X-Play plus comedy boosted, Japanese competition series Ninja Warrior, esports competitions, and Dungeons & Dragons limited series. Now, of course, we don't know the exact reasons why this president decided to leave, but one would assume it's because of money. They aren't able to bring in views, therefore the network can't make money, and then it reflects badly on them, so their contract was probably only for a year, and they have decided to jump ship. And if we go on over to, like, the X-Play channel, which, of course, this used to be the G4TV YouTube channel that they changed to X-Play after the Frost controversy, they are not really getting views, they're not gaining any subscribers. But I noticed something when I was looking at this. On the day that this president had left, they went negative 244,000 views on YouTube, meaning that they had removed videos, and I couldn't figure out what initially. I was looking on their channels, I was trying to figure it out, and then I remembered, what was that Frosk rant video at for views? Because I remember it had hit 200,000, but I couldn't find it. I searched their channels, I went back to those dates, I couldn't find it. So I decided to go on over to a Bounding into Comics article that I knew linked this video. This was their article back in January when the situation happened, and they had linked this rant initially, and lo and behold, that video is now private. They decided after 8 months, losing multiple hosts, losing thousands of YouTube subscribers and followers on Twitch, to finally private this unhinged rant. And a lot of us thought back when this happened they would decide to hide it, right? Because it was clearly a rant people did not agree with, people did not appreciate. But no, they kept it up for 8 months, and now that G4 is clearly sinking, okay, it's not getting views, it's not getting money, presidents are leaving, people are abandoning this project, they have decided it's finally time. editing Vera here. I just wanted to make a note that while yes, the X-Play live number 11 is still up, and that's the live stream where she did the initial rant, but the actual content they clipped and uploaded as an individual video that blew up was removed. I just felt like I had to clarify that really quickly. I did make a tweet about this, and it actually kind of blew up overnight. I had said G4 has finally hidden the Frosk rant on the same day the president left the network. You're about 8 months too late, guys, and this has over 500 likes now, but I did post rest in peace to a legendary meltdown, and everybody liked it. I thought that this whole situation was pretty hilarious because, of course, they would now decide, you know what, it is time to hide this rant. I thought that months ago they should have hidden it. They should have just acted like it never happened, went in the direction they wanted to go in. But this rant and Frosk single-handedly killed G4's revival. And she, to this day, is still working for them. And I'm not for cancel culture. I didn't call for her to be fired and canceled back then. I'm not calling for her to be fired and canceled now. They've decided to stick by her. But I bet in the next month or so, maybe even 2 months, she'll probably end up leaving as well. Because they clearly must be blaming this whole situation on her at this point. Now, usually I don't like to laugh at people who have tried to be a part of something and it ended up failing, but this situation is just too hilarious because they got what they asked for. They told people don't like it if you don't watch it, and people aren't watching. They literally got what they wanted. People are also sharing memes. Like, I had my suspicions all along. Of course, it's Frosk's face, edited onto a Spider-Man suit. But there are just a lot of people memeing the internet never forgets. I have the original rant. Haha, guess sexism in gaming was meant to be a private issue now. Okay, I'll leave. That was actually one of my favorite comments on this thread. Just a lot of people sharing a lot of different memes, saying things like, wish I could give you a seal clap like the clown co-hosts did for her rant. Clearly, their audience has abandoned them. If we look at their X-Play stats a little bit closer, besides that minus 244k day, I mean, they have views averaging, 11,000 to 20,000. There was even one day that they hit 25,000 views, and they also went up 1,000 subscribers on their channel, but viewership is definitely not looking great for them. They are not really gaining subscribers. They're just, unfortunately, dying at this point. This is what happens when you allow your hosts to go on social media and attack consumers, the very people you need to watch your content. I do think that there is no hope for G4 to revive themselves another time at this point. I don't think there is a way for them to gain back those followers they lost, and I just think that G4 is at its end. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.